Hello, everyone. This is your health coach Rahul, and I'm so happy and excited to come up with this new offer that I'm doing to all of you. And this is a 40-day longevity plan, which is absolutely awesome. This is based on my successful formula, which I give to my clients, and this I have made as a package of 40 days. And offering you the best of my nutrition strategy that I have used to have many success stories in my practice. So let's move forward and understand what this 40-day longevity plan is. Let's not waste any more time. Let's go to the next slide and see what it is. It says here's a small introduction about me. I'm a functional medicine practitioner. I've done it from a functional medicine university practicing in Mumbai. And my mission is simple. It's basically to spread one single message, that is diabetes is reversible through my work. And the solution is nothing but very simple. Using food as medicine. And the moment you change the food and use the strategies along with changing the food that you are basically putting in your body, voila, you get radiant health. And to become the best version of yourself, it is very important that we take a step back, look at what we have been doing all these years, unlearn things, and then try and move forward with new knowledge, new energy, and changed food habits. That's very, very important. So you can go through my introduction later. Let's move forward and try and understand what this 40-day longevity plan is. This is my story, a small, basically flashback of what I have experienced. I've experienced insulin resistance in the past. I've experienced some autoimmune conditions, which where my skin started blacking out on my left side. Now it's completely gone, and all that I got from the medical industry was wrong information. How I solved it? Let's come to that later. Let's move to the next slide. Uh, if you just go back in the past, you will always find these answers lying in the past. You don't have to look anywhere. You don't have to look around. If you want to find answers to the problems, look in the past, look in the history. And very famous Thomas Edison, what he said: the doctor of the future will give no medicine, but will instruct his patients in care of the human frame, in diet, and in the cause and prevention of disease. So, just give it a thought. Take a step back, take a step back, breathe, look at what has been said for years, look in the past, and you will find the answers over there. Next slide. So, what is the problem? We always need to focus on the problem. So, the way we look at the problem is what we are experiencing, and that is where the medical community has been successful in making you focus at the wrong end of the issue. The medical community, the food industry, the pharmaceutical industry has been very successful in brainwashing you to look at the outcome. Let's say they have named it as diabetes, then you'll keep looking at diabetes, but never actually expect that the solution lies within you, deep inside you. And what is that? The roots. Just look at the image of the tree over here. Look at the roots, how deeply rooted it is. But if you keep looking at the fruit that it is giving and you keep thinking that fruit is everything without giving the respect to the roots of the tree, we'll never able to be understand that actually the fruit, what it contains inside, all the nutrition that is coming from the minerals, the vitamins which are present in the soil, and the ability of the roots to absorb it and then provide it to the fruits. The fruit is a result of what the roots is absorbing. The same way, the diabetes is a result of what you are eating and what your body is basically absorbing. So remember this. So what is the problem? Is lifestyle a problem? Is food that you're eating a problem? Is your activity, whether less or overactivity, is that a problem? Whether stress, is that a problem? Genetics, aging. How is aging a problem? Are you aging fast? Is or something else? Let's understand that. Next slide. So if you look deeper at the tree and look at the outcomes, so as we know that the fruit is going to give you the tree is going to give you a fruit. So look at this lifestyle disease tree. What do you have on the exterior? Cancer, heart disease, diabetes, and all the other metabolic and lifestyle conditions that can be asthma, allergies, thyroid, anxiety, rashes, acid reflux, autoimmune. But just look at them as fruits. Where is the nutrition inside the fruit or these diseases? How are they getting created? Are they coming there directly? Is someone else coming from outside and sticking them over there? No. Everything which is present inside the disease is coming from the soil, and the soil contains everything. It contains toxins, it contains vitamins, contains minerals. What is absorbing those nutrients? The roots. So the kind of soil that you provide to the roots is the kind of outcome that you're going to experience on the exterior. So exterior is just a picture of what your roots are absorbing. So what can be the problem? The problem can be in your genetics. The problem can be the poor digestion that you're experiencing. The problem can be a recent trauma that you experience, some medications that you're taking. Yes, medicines that the modern medicine prescribes is nothing but synthetic drugs, and it may help you in certain aspects. But if you just look closely at the side effects of the medications or the contraindications, there are more than 20 contraindications even for a simple paracetamol. So they might help you in one aspect, but it comes with a baggage of side effects. So nutritional deficiencies is again one of the things probably leading to a problem. But is the nutrition deficiency because you're eating nutrition deficient food, or is your digestion the problem? So finding the root cause is very important. Is lack of sleep a problem? Is stress, total stress load in your system a problem? The toxins that you're experiencing through the food or through the environment, is that a problem? Genetically modified seeds, the food that you're eating can be a GMO, or there are some pre-existing infections in your body which are not yet detected. Is that a problem? That's why we do a lot of lab tests before we start taking up a case. Next slide. So what is the formula for longevity? So I have been able to get to a formula which I have used with most of my clients, not most, actually all my clients, and have had 100% results. And this formula takes you towards your goal faster. This formula helps you understand the root cause. This formula will also educate you in basically understanding what the real food is, what is the problem. So this formula is basically a mixture of what you should be doing to move towards your goal food wise, and also it will educate you. And the best benefit of this formula is that at the end of this 40-day longevity program, you will not only help yourself, but you will come out with so much knowledge that you will be able to help your family and your friends. That's the beauty about this formula. And I've had some amazing 100% results with my formula. The secret to formula, the success of the formula, is your 100% commitment. Remember that. So 25 years of experience with a proven method to make you reach your health goal is something that I'm offering you in a 40-day program. Imagine all the knowledge what I've accumulated in 25 years of my professional practice, I will be offering you in a 40-day package. Next slide. So this 40 days plan consists of 4 important pillars. So my formula consists of 4 important pillars. That is fasting, feasting, movement, and meditation. Now this is the combination that I give you, a different combination. In these 40 days, I will basically give you some biohacking or the secrets to be successful in fasting, how to plan your feast, what kind of movements you should be doing on a daily basis. So I'll be sharing some videos, some information on that. There will be some dedicated health coaches in those 40 days plan. There will be also some meditation techniques that I will be helping you. So it's a completely well balanced plan between movement and meditation and fasting and feasting. And this is my 25 years of experience that I'm offering you in 40 days. And I always think that what if we can turn the time back? What if we could turn back the time and feel the way we felt during our youth? I mean, that's always that I have imagined. That's always I have thought. Why can't I remain youthful? Like the time when I started exercising, I remember I was just 16 when I hit the gym first. And somewhere back of the mind, I always think I want to always remain younger. Let everyone else around me age the way they want to age, but I don't want to age. I always want to be young. And I thought that exercising is a solution or a way to remain young for a long period of time. And trust me, I was only halfway there. I mean, it was only half truth. Yes, exercise is something that you need. You need to be functionally fit, even if you are at the age of 90. That is only half the truth. But half the truth is something else. You also need other factors to remain younger. And one of the things that you need to remain younger is the kind of food, the quality of food that you eat. And also, fasting is very important to trigger the chain of events inside your body, which will help you remain young. We'll understand that how we move forward. But what changes as we age, and what is responsible for aging? Let's understand that. Next slide. This is a small graphical explanation about how basically we are aging and how we are experiencing diseases. So if today's population, if you see, uh, everyone is basically today overfed. Yes, few years back, few 40 years back, there was a problem in front of the scientists that how to feed the growing population. There were a lot of countries which were basically undernourished and also starving at the same time. So the challenge in front of the scientists was to feed the population of the world. And by doing certain genetic modifications in wheat, they were able to offer that solution. And yes, thanks to those scientists, their intention was good. They did provide a solution. And today, if you see what has resulted, we have gone to the other end of the spectrum. And now, today, the population is overfed. So the problems which what we're experiencing are coming out of overfeeding. And also for the past 100 years, we also have been basically brainwashed into believing certain things which are not true, which is completely against the nature's law. Nature's law is different for different species, different animals, and nature's law is different for humans. So humans thrive on a certain kind of food, and humans will become weaker and submissive if we try and eat a certain kind of food. We will understand that as we move forward. So, what is happening because of overfeeding over here on the left hand side of the screen? If you can see, overfeeding is leading to depletion of growth hormone and increase in insulin and IGF-1. Growth hormone is something what we need for the youthfulness. It is basically needed for making or growing all the hormones and muscles and tissues and proteins and etc. etc. All the good things. Insulin and IGF-1 also is needed for growth, but that is also something that causes damage and also is responsible for aging and diseases. What can happen if growth hormone goes down and insulin and IGF-1 remains up? And that will only happen if you're overfed with the wrong food, even with the right food. So what happens with that? Constantly or chronically, if your growth factors like insulin and IGF-1 remains up, what happens is that your autophagy goes down. Autophagy goes down, your mTOR, the mTOR is basically the signaling pathway, that remains up. So if you just follow mTOR, what it does, it basically increases the protein synthesis in your body and it depletes or decreases autophagy. What that leads, autophagy is nothing but basically removal of dead cells, damaged cells, and also regeneration of new cells. And protein synthesis, you do need protein synthesis, but any excessive protein synthesis is going to lead to DNA damage, cellular stress, damage accumulation chronically, mitochondria, which where basically your food energy is converted to ATP, usable energy. Also, mitochondrial dysfunction will be a part of extra protein synthesis, reduction in autophagy, and continuously the mTOR pathway being activated all the time. So you can see at the bottom, as we move forward in our age, we age faster if the mTOR pathway remains active. And what slows down the mTOR pathway? Yes, we'll come back to later. But if mTOR pathway remains active for some reason, because of one of the reasons is overfeeding all the time, that is what we're experiencing. We're eating 3 meals, huge meals, with snacks in between, a lot of fruits in between, fruit juices. We're experiencing a lot of artificial and processed food. All that is leading to reduced autophagy, increased mTOR functioning, increased protein synthesis, leading to DNA damage, etc., cellular stress, and ultimately resulting in cardiovascular diseases, neurodegenerative diseases like arthritis, inflammatory conditions. The stem cells functioning is also being compromised. Stem cell, remember, is involved in manufacturing your immune cells. So your immunity also goes down. Tissue repair becomes slow. Ultimately, cancer and neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's, dementia will also be experienced. And that basically is a part of aging and diseases. So, what should we be doing to basically slowing down the aging process and also improving the health? And one of the things you definitely need to do is reduce your insulin secretion, so that reduce the insulin toxicity, insulin load on your system, and also reduce the IGF-1. Also do some activities to increase the growth hormone. So let's move forward and see what we need to do. So how to reverse aging and promote health while achieving our individual goals? That's very important, because we all different people have different individual goals. Some people just want to lose weight. Some people want to improve their thyroid functions because they're experiencing hypothyroid. Some people want to reverse their PCOD or diabetes. Some people want to reduce the cardiovascular disease that, or the cardiovascular risk factors what they are having. So let's see what we need to do to reverse aging and promote health. Next slide. So is taking medicines a solution? And how long? How long do you take medicines? Is that a solution? I mean, for example, if you have got diabetes, you go to a doctor. Do you ask the doctor, for how many years do I need to take these medications to reverse my diabetes? Or will I be ever be able to stop the diabetes medicines, let's say after 2 years, after 3 years, after 4 years? What do I need to do to not have diabetes? These are the questions that you need to ask your doctor. But no, what you are encouraged on the other side is that keep taking the medications. Every time you go to a doctor, the doctor changes the medications. Every time your diabetes has progressed to the next level, or maybe maintained, or maybe gone down by few points, but never reversed. What do you need to do? Is eating frequent meals in small quantities a solution? Is eating less and exercising more a solution? We'll answer those things in the 40 days that we'll be experiencing. We'll be doing regular or weekly or every 10 days some kind of webinars to remove your doubts from your mind. Frequently asked questions will be answered on the WhatsApp group, and also you would be guided in all these regular webinars that we'll be having every 10 days. So what went wrong in the past few decades that led to an epidemic of metabolic diseases like cancer? People are experiencing autoimmune conditions, etc. So what went wrong in the past 100 years, past few decades? Unfortunately, we have been bombarded with wrong information, and that wrong information has become uh, a belief system, and we have unfortunately followed that wrong information. And we are not responsible for the wrong information. The wrong information has come from trusted sources like people in white coats. Unfortunately, the people in white coats are doctors and scientists. And we always see the person who's talking or giving an interview, but we never try and find out who has funded that person. It's easy to fund a doctor, a trustable doctor. It's easy to fund a trustable scientist and make them speak your language. So if I'm a pharmaceutical company, if I'm a food company, and I've got enough money with by promoting a certain research, by putting certain words in these white coat individuals, I can build trust among people, and that has happened over the past few decades. And people have been brainwashed by these funded white coat people like doctors and scientists. And Media is not innocent at all over here. Celebrities are also used. Celebrities are paid, they are funded. Media is again funded. All the articles coming through newspapers, magazines, celebrities giving advertisements or interviews and saying certain things specifically to basically promote a certain product are all funded. Advertisements are paid for. So we forget to look at all these things, but we get influenced by this information which is available to us through the media, which is funded, through the doctors who are funded, through the celebrities who are paid for it. And over a period of years, that has become a lot of times a part of curriculum of colleges and schools, because again, the information which is coming down through the government also, remember, is funded. So what is the solution or way forward? The solution and way forward is nothing but eating human food and simulating conditions in human history where humans did not experience metabolic conditions. No, we don't have to go back into the caveman mode and live in a cave and get outside the house and live without the clothes. I'm not talking about simulating the conditions of living standards that time. What I'm saying is at least the food standards, yes, using the present modern techniques, spices, use your modern kitchen, but at least eat the real food. Do not eat the processed food which is available in the market. Whatever is packaged and having a shelf life, you should be quitting that immediately. Whatever is processed in a juice form, you should be quitting that immediately. Whatever is in the sparkling white form, sugar, you should be quitting that immediately. So humans didn't experience any metabolic conditions during those times. So we need to simulate those conditions. Yeah, for example, you can do some functional exercises, what they were doing, functional movements. You can also eat real food and you can depend on the herbs. And that's the solution what you need to lead a medicine-free life. Next slide. So what are those conditions? Let's understand that. So what has this wrong information led to? This has led to an apple-shaped and a pear-shaped body that men and women are experiencing. And you can see the common thing in these two shapes is basically a higher waist circumference. And higher waist circumference is one visible sign of diabetes and metabolic disorder. So you don't even need to do any lab test to understand if a person is having a metabolic disorder or diabetes. If you have higher waist circumference, that's more than enough. And yes, fruits are one of the food types that is responsible for actually making you look like an apple and pear. And yes, apple and pear is one of the culprits to basically damage your metabolic health. So let's understand this. What can you see? The internal sides of the metabolic disorders, the apple and pear shaped individual over here. You can see a person experiencing metabolic disorder or the apple and pear shape is experiencing polycystic ovarian syndrome. A female, diabetes is common in males and female. Lipid problems, that is high triglycerides and low HDL levels. People can experience non-alcoholic fatty liver. Dementia and Alzheimer's is the progressive disease that people experience post-diabetes. What else? You can hypertension is something that you can experience, and increase the risk factors for the cardiovascular disease. So there are so many things that you can experience as a result of eating wrong food. So we have to keep going back, take a step back, try and see what we have been doing as a population for the past few decades, take a step back, unlearn, and then move forward in the 40-day longevity plan. Next slide. So my genetic program is based on concrete scientific research and evidence with multiple success stories till date of reversing diabetes, obesity, PCOD, etc. So remember the formula based on movement and meditation, fasting and feasting. So it has certain ways, certain strategies that I have developed to set you up for success. So the main responsibility of a health coach is to basically set you up for success. And this My Genetic program, which is based on my 25 years experience and which I have basically now shortened to a 40-day formula, a successful formula. What we will be doing is that we will set you up for success to get you moving towards your health goal. And these 40 days, as I keep saying, keep a step back, unlearn everything, learn new things, and use food as medicine. Let's go to the next slide. Next slide. We will be also be sharing certain examples of success stories. So though the link is not attached over here, what you can also do to check the success stories is that you can go on My Genetic Nutrition YouTube channel, and you can see the success stories over there. You can also find some success stories if you scroll down on my Instagram page. So what does the 40-day longevity program consist of? It consists of a WhatsApp group. It consists of dedicated health coaches to help you follow the nutrition plan, to do the detox. Also, we will teach you the different fasting methods. We will set you up for success for that. We'll also teach you the biohacks to be successful to do the fasting during the 40-day program. And basically, everything, all this 40-day plan that I have designed on my 25 years experience will make you successful in reaching your health goal. So are you ready to start your health journey? Next slide. And remember, your health is an investment, not an expense. Because if you don't invest in your health today, what will happen? What has happened? Either you will experience disease, or maybe you're experiencing disease today, some kind of sickness, unhealth, faster aging. What else can happen? You can also experience health, sickness, or some kind of aging related disease, some kind of metabolic disease 6 months down the line, two years down the line. And that can, let's say your insurance covers the expense, but the time that you will waste, the emotional trauma, the entire experience of not being healthy and then getting through the disease or sickness is very stressful. And yeah, so aging will be a part of it, and also probably suffering will be a part of it. So although it will become an expense, the investment today, if you don't take time to invest in it, it will become a huge expense in the future. So rather invest in your health. Next slide. So coming back to my story, so I told you how I experienced insulin resistant in the past, insulin resistance, which was nothing but diabetes, how I experienced an autoimmune condition, and what did I do that time? What were the signs and symptoms? Though I was muscular, I always had some loose belly. Because I'm tall, I can carry off. I had, if I remember, I had kidney stone sometime in 2004 or 5, and I remember specifically that time, Diet Coke and Pringles was an afternoon snack that I used to have. But something made me realize that was responsible for my kidney stones, and I stopped at that time. Then I was detected with blood pressure at the age of 33 or 34. But I did not take medication. I thought exercise has a solution to it. So I moved to exercise and never took the medication, and continued to eat the crap food. So fortunately, I didn't take the medications, but yeah. So blood pressure at the age of 34. Then I experienced this hair fall recently, as recently as 5 years back, but now all that is gone. I was also getting some patches where I was losing hair on my beard, on my face. And I don't know, at that time I was quite confused. About 6-7 years back that was happening, and all that is gone now. Everything is changed. My hair is back. There's no hair fall. In fact, all the hair which was gone, it can come up. You can see the difference in the way I used to look back then. The cheeks were quite big, and that is a sign of insulin resistance. Also a compromised liver. You can see the black scar on the left side of my face. It was growing. It started as a small dot, and I thought it was a mole, but it kept on growing, and it had me worried for longest of time. And on the top left hand side, you can see the metabolic changes, the exercise, what it did to me. It made me muscular, and you can see I've started boxing. I've started working out for 3 hours. So what gave me the answer? Change in food gave me the answer. I also took some Ayurvedic and homeopathic medicines that gave me answer. And on top of that, I learned a lot in functional medicine. So functional medicine opened my eyes, and that made me research more into nutrition. And imagine after spending about 16 years of life preaching about food, exercise, then you're relearning, unlearning first, and then relearning about nutrition again. And that changed everything. And 18 years, the number of success stories I've had, I've actually I have doubled the success stories in the past 7 to 8 years. So my success rate has is tenfolds in the past 7 8 years compared to my earlier 18 years of fitness or health profession. So I here in the 40-day longevity plan, I get you my experience of 25 years. I have removed all the failures, all the wrong information for you by going through that myself along with my client. And now I bring you the successful formula, which I have used with most of my clients. Why am I saying most of my clients? All my clients, and have had 100% success rate. So next slide. So the launch price of the program is basically something else. These are my program fees for 40 days. It's 25,000 rupees. But wait for the price that I will be offering you. Yeah. So this is a program fees for 40 days. You know, a 25 years of experience combined in 40 days. I think 25,000 rupees investment for your health is not a big amount, considering we all pay a much larger amount for medical insurance, life insurance, or the hospital bills that we pay. What if I promise you these 25,000 rupees investment in your health is going to basically save you lakhs and lakhs of rupees in future? And once you unlearn and learn what the real natural knowledge is, you will be able to help 4 to 5 people around you, maybe your family, and maybe more people. Maybe you can become a health coach yourself. So let's see what is the launch price. Launch price is 19,999. Wait, I still have some kind of a surprise waiting for you in the next number that I'm going to offer you. Yes. Now let's go to the next number. Oh, early bird price is 14,999, and that would be if you sign up in the next 1 week. If you sign up in the next 1 week, it is 14,999. And what if you sign up today? If you sign up today, it is 9,999. So if you sign up today, it's 9,999. That's a great offer. It's an offer that I'm giving out of out of love, out of respect, out of happiness, out of this formula, thanks to the 25 years that I have spent and this 40-day successful formula that I'm offering you at 9,999 is something you can sign up and you can start your investment today, and you can save lakhs and lakhs of rupees on your medical bills, and probably you can save for everyone around you also. So how do you pay the 9,999 if you're signing up today? That's what I suggest, is you can pay up on my mobile number, which is attached on WhatsApp payment and GPay payment. So my number is 9594297774. Need any other information regarding payment, or if you want to do payment through bank transfer, you can WhatsApp me on 9594297774, asking me about my bank details. I will send it to you. And if you're signing up today, you have a great offer of 9,999. If you sign up within a week's time, it will be 14,999. And after 1 week, we will be launching this program soon. We will announce the dates. Today, probably we should be launching this program in November. Yeah. So if you sign up after a week of watching this webinar, so let's say today is the webinar and you sign up on the 8th day, you'll have to pay 19,099. If you sign up today, it will be 9,999. And if you sign up within 7 days, it will be 14,999. And from second batch onwards, the program fees will change. And yes, definitely I will be offering an early bird price and a launch price for the next batch as well. But my first batch will be starting on November. So hope to see you there, and all the best. And all the best for your 40-day longevity program. Thank you for listening to me. This is your health coach, Rahul Patil, a functional medicine practitioner, coming up with a successful 100% result guaranteed program, that is 40-day longevity program. Thank you. Take care and see you soon.